Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I just want to share some incident that happened to me. It happened recently, and it was a very ugly incident. I've always known that I live in a country where there is no right. You literally can be oppressed, and you can be bullied and picked up and picked on, and nobody is really going to be able to defend you, and you can't even defend yourself because at the end of the day people are just out there to prey on those who they probably presume to be vulnerable, and they are easy prey or easy targets. Because I understand the general public, the general country as a whole, the outside world like Nigeria. But when this oppression now comes to your doorstep, and then you don't even have a say, it seems like, despite the fact that you have every bona fide reason to exist in that environment, but then you are still denied and still oppressed in your own immediate environment. It's sickening. I live in an estate, and it's a privilege to be living in an estate if you live in Nigeria or even in Lagos, because I've lived in a place where it's not an estate before, and I'm also in the position where I currently reside in an estate. And because it's an estate where everything is well organized, there are rules which we all abide to. So residents have access to a sticker. You can buy a sticker for yourself as a resident, which is probably maybe linked to every of your vehicles. So if you're a resident, you can't buy so many stickers and just keep them at hand, but you can have stickers for your vehicles. And they also sell stickers for people who are non-resident, so they can easily have entry and exit in and out of the estate. So I have one of those non-resident stickers for days that I'm not going to be driving my mobile vehicle, so I can be easily identified, and whichever vehicle is bringing me in or out of the estate, I can at least use that sticker to gain entry or exit. But on this fateful day, I was exiting the estate in a vehicle that isn't mine. I'm a resident, I'm in the vehicle, and I also have my sticker, which the law says no sticker, no entry, no exit. But I have a sticker. And then the security at the gate now challenged me and said, "Oh, you can't move this vehicle out of here. You can't pass. You have to go back, take another route, because this sticker needs to be pasted on your windshield." And I explained politely, "Oh, no, this vehicle is not mine. I'm with, this is another vehicle, a private vehicle. I'm just taking this road out of the estate. I'm going somewhere. And this is my sticker. I'm a resident. I live at so. And then he insisted that I need to paste that sticker on that vehicle. Ordinarily, it's something that would have been like, what kind of thing is this? But if he insisted for too long, I would just comply and try to maybe paste it, or I might not decide to paste it, because at the end of the day, it's not my vehicle. And all of the stickers, the moment you remove the paper shield at the back, you're exposing the glue, and it has to be gummed somewhere, otherwise it's going to be useless. So I insisted that no, I can't. I'm just exiting the estate. I'm not even coming in. And this is my sticker, and I'm a resident. So what do you mean? And then, before I could even say Jack Robinson, they had called their supervisor. They had brought this thing they use in holding in clamping your car. Maybe a clamper. I don't know. Maybe that's what's called. To clamp the vehicle there, so it won't go, because we are resisting, and we insist to take that road or that gate without pasting this sticker on the windshield. And I'm like, why would you want to clamp the vehicle? This vehicle is not mine. I'm a resident here. I pay my dues. I don't even want to get into the amount we pay in dues, which is not even an issue for me, because for you to want to have the basic amenities living in the present day Nigeria, you provide everything for yourself. You provide your security, you provide your cleaning services, your drainage services. Everything is maintained by yourself. If you want street lamps in your roads, you need to provide them by yourself. So it's well understood, and we comply with that. So how a paying resident who lives within the same premises is denied exit out of where they live because a sticker is not pasted on a vehicle that isn't theirs is what is worrying and is worrisome. It's literally crazy. I mean, Do you mean that is every vehicle has to have a sticker pasted before they can gain exit or entry? I mean, even if the sticker is with them, because I know of quite a number of residents that use luxury vehicles within this environment and they do not even paste any sticker on their windshield. I mean, why will I buy a car of over 200 million only to slamp a 3,000 naira sticker on it in order for me to live where I'm staying? I'm certain that there will be thousands of them who lives within this vicinity that don't comply to such rules and they allow them exit. But lo and behold, my car was clamped, or the car I was with was clamped, and we were stranded at that exit. We were there fighting it out. You need to remove this thing from my vehicle. Like, we need to go. What's the meaning of all this? And then the guy said, I was rude because I have a big mouth. And I do know myself, sometimes I can really get out of character, especially when I'm angry and I begin to say like angry things, because you don't expect to beat a child and tell the child how to cry or how to react. To cut the long story short, we were stranded. More security came and they were trying to know what happened, what was the issue, and they were trying to explain. And the guy insisted I need to please him, I need to apologize, I need to beg him before he's going to unclamp that vehicle out of that place. And I'm like, really? I think you should do your worst. I'm not going to tender any apology to you because I contribute to what pays your salary, and then this is how I get treated. Only for an elderly man who I didn't know his position, but I just saw that, okay, this is an elderly man. He's trying to have a conversation with them. Let me go approach him and explain my plight. Possibly he can have a rethink and see into the situation. Like, this is a resident. Why should the person's vehicle be clamped? At least there's a sticker. The only issue is that it wasn't pasted, right? Allow them out. Next time, this is the new way we do things. We want everybody to have their sticker pasted, and then I can decide, do I still want to go through that route, or subsequently, if it's not going to be convenient for me to paste every sticker to every vehicle that takes me out or in, then I probably won't take that gate. It's my choice to decide. On getting there, I greeted him in a very civil manner. I introduced myself and I explained my plight. And the next thing I heard was, "This is how you young people behave." I just had to go mute because I was extremely disappointed. I was disrespected. I mean, that issue was already emotional for me. I'd already made a video crying and sent to our community on WhatsApp for them to see the experience that I'm going through as a resident, right? And then I'm explaining this to you. You can literally see that I'm worked up. There's tears in my eyes, and then this is how you young people behave. For real. I just had to keep quiet because in my mind I'm like, were you ever young? I mean, did you just automatically just grow up and then you became old? Were you ever young? Because that was literally crazy. Even if this is how you young people behave, at least I am an adult and I need to at least be listened to and be spoken to. Not you just disregard me and say this is how you young people behave, because of course young people do not deserve to express themselves. Young people do not deserve to have a right, or young people do not deserve to question things. They just need to comply by whatever rules that has been set, or even if it's not even the rules that has been set, they literally cannot even express themselves in any way or defend themselves or even enforce their rights, right? Because it's my right, I pay my dues, I live here. So what do you mean this is how you young people behave? And the next thing he said was, "I'm calling the police to come to arrest you and to tow your vehicle away from here." That was just what broke the camel's back, because at that point I was dumbfounded. I couldn't even say anything. I couldn't utter a word. But to cut the long story short, the police came, about 6 armed men. I was at the station for hours. This whole incident took about 4 hours, even more than 4 hours, because it started at about 4:30 and I left the station around 8:30. So that's around approximately 4 hours. I was stranded in my own residence. Now, this is just to tell you how it is with Nigerians. Any little position that anybody is bestowed upon with a little bit of authority, I mean, they would lack fairness, they would lack consideration, they would lack empathy, they would lack everything, only for them to use their power to be able to, to be able to bully, to be able to, make you feel less of yourself. Because I don't know how I'll be intimidated by a security guard that I contribute to their salaries. I have a sticker. You could verify that I am a resident, but you probably chose not to, or you don't even want to hear. And the next thing is for you to clamp my vehicle and arrest me in my own locality. I mean, it's just absurd. It's crazy. It's traumatizing. It's disturbing. But this is the world we find ourselves in. An average Nigerian would use their power, their position of authority, to oppress, to impass, to bully. It's just natural for them to do that. But it was really surprising that this is happening to me in my own neighborhood. Because if it was a thing that I was on the highway and I was stopped by public police, general police, Nigerian police force, or any other federal authority or state authority, it could have been a different ballgame entirely because I was in their territory. But this is my environment. I mean, I think people should really just, it's a personal thing. People should try to be sympathetic, try to be lenient, try to be reasonable, try to understand. Rules are made by men, and there are a lot of people that don't even regard the rule in any form. But when you have people who of course are complying by it, and then just a mere issue of sticking it on your windshield, which some people don't even want it for their vehicle. At the end of the day, it's my vehicle. Another angle is the fact that this same gate I'm talking about, passerbys on foot go in and out on a daily, and they are not being checked. But vehicles are stopped for sticker, which is already a rule that I get. But I have this sticker, and still you bullied and oppressed me for not sticking it on my windshield and got me arrested for that. What can I do? I just have to be silent and blame myself. I could have stuck it on my windshield. I could have done better. But from everything that happened, one thing I'm able to take out from this situation is that no matter how a situation is, or no matter how crazy and inconsiderate and foolish some people might act, I'm just going to try as much as possible to not get out of my character. Just try not to display or cause a scene, or just be calm. At the end of the day, like, try not to stress yourself, because it's all about, it comes down to you. Because I'm going to be disturbed, I'm traumatized, I'm worried, and I'm wondering, how did I handle this thing, which could have been avoided, right? But what would have happened was I would have felt cheated, and I would have felt bullied, and it would also be a very sorry state. But I could have saved myself a whole lot of time. I could have saved myself a whole lot of drama. But what can we do? The impunity. Such is life. Alright guys, if you've still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be dropping videos. I'm going to be sharing a whole lot of experiences, a whole lot of things. I want us to connect. Let's be friends. Yeah, and click on the notification bell as well. Alright, see you guys another time. Also, PS, we are on Bandy. We've not had power. For the past 3 days, every afternoon, we don't have power until 11 p.m. at night. And once it's about 7 in the morning or maybe 9, the power is out. So you can't even work from home. That's where society we live in.